9, 8.
You're watching
7,
Experience Comic Culture and Sales.
5,
Streaming live daily to
4,
Facebook, YouTube,
3,
Twitch, and Twitter.
2, 1.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to What's in the Box. And what do we have in the box tonight? Well, it's a bunch of Marvel stuff. So stay tuned.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?
Well, welcome in, everybody. So like I said at the top of the hour, we are doing all kinds of Marvel. And all I know is that it is Marvel, but I'm still going into this blind. So let's just get started with the front section of the box. Just that. Okay, starting off, we have the Initiative, the New Avengers number 31. Ooh, the Ultimates 3, number 1. Oh, the last one was $3. You can't even see it. Next up, we have the Ultimates 3, issue 1 for $3. Next up, we have Ghost Rider number 29 for $3. Okay, next we have 2 copies of Ghost Rider and Blaze, Spirits of Vengeance or Venom, number 6 for $4. Next we have The Avengers number 258 for $3. $3 tonight. We have Avengers 304 for $3. And lastly, for this row, we have Avengers 337 for $3. Okay. And we have a bunch of Avengers. If you guys want me to show you the covers or anything of that nature, I'm just going to throw them up here on the board. Put it all up in the stack. Okay. For this next row, we have Annihilation Conquest, number 1 for $4. Next up, we have Incredible Hulk 353 for $3. Phenomenal condition for these books. They're beautiful. Ooh, and I'm biased. I am a crow. I like foil. Next, we have Incredible Hulk 393. That beautiful foil for $3 tonight. Sick. Yeah, right. I have just secretly discovered that I am, in general, just a crow. I enjoy shiny things and shiny objects. Next we have Incredible Hulk number 30 for $3. And next up we have Invincible Iron Man number 1, a second print for $20. Lighting in here is so strange, so I can't even begin to tell you what it looks like other than it is the old school silver, I believe, War Machine outfit. Next we have Secret Invasion number 1 for $8. Cool. Lock down a row. So for this next row, we have X-Men Messiah Complex #1 for $4. That's what I was thinking, but I don't know what era that's from though, because I know that they were doing all kinds of homage covers when the first movie came out for like the classic suit that he made in the cave. And like I don't sometimes it's hard because like they do homages and then randomly they do an homage to when he still had the gold suit, which still is very insane to me, honestly. Because gold is just you could dent easily. Next up, we have Daredevil Man Without Fear #98 for $5. Okay. It's just a bunch of Daredevil. Again, if you guys want to look at it, absolutely. I will 100% go through the rest of that stack. Just throw that front. Ooh, this is semi-foil. Next up, we have a second print of X-Force #1 for $5. It is! And I feel like people just disregard that when it comes to writing. Like, oh my god, it's amazing. He wouldn't be able to fly in that. He can't. Like, there's no physical way that a human being could be able to fly in a gold suit. There's no possible way. No matter how many jets you put on that, you will be basically launching yourself into space with the amount of engines that you would have to put on that suit. Next, we have Cable #1 for $4. Next up, we have Excalibur #2 for $2. And the last thing for this row before I start taking down the board and replacing it, we have Uncanny X-Men #492 for $4. Well, someone ran the numbers and the amount of energy it takes to be fair, people are also, I mean, that's fair, but also people are still trying to do the math for the Monty Python thing for the English Sparrow. Coming down, we have the New Avengers, Ultimates 3 #1. Yes, I straight up next to come down is going to be a stack of Ghost Rider stuff. Because there's a shirt on Etsy that is, sorry, the camera's very close. That is just that math equation. And next to come down is going to be this giant pile of Avengers. Because like it's a very interesting, like, is it possible? 100% not. Yeah, I don't know. Just the thought of an English sparrow carrying a coconut is just mind-boggling to me, even still, years later after seeing the movie and Spamalot live. Not on anything major, it was a local theater production. First up, we have Young X-Men #1 for $3. And it was like a heated conversation that we had in my theater class. Just cause we barely did anything theater at the beginning of classes. Next we have Scar, Son of Hulk, the second printing variant for #1 for $10. Well then, would it be possible for two sparrows with a line between two to carry two halves of a coconut? Would that be possible? Because they made yeah. Now that's just stuck in my brain now. Is that even possible? Next up, we have X-Men for $5. Cool. Next, we have Stephen King's A Dark Tower, Long Road Home, number 1 for $3. Ooh, is it really? We don't have the other half of that connection then. I always love connecting covers, but it's always so, if they're disconnected, like it looks strange. With an exception of, we have a bunch of blank remarks of Spider-Man One More Day. And I could rage about that for so long because I hate that storyline with a burning passion. That's actually really cool. Our remarks for the One More Day are just 4 remark covers that has Venom on it, I believe. Next up, we have Spider-Woman number 1 for $5. Lastly, for this row, we have Uncanny X-Men number 309 for $3. Okay, coming down off of this next row is Annihilation Conquest, Incredible Hulk, another Incredible Hulk with that pretty foil. Incredible Hulk, ooh. Invincible Iron Man, yeah, and Secret Invasion. Then to replace that row, we have 2 copies of Amazing Spider-Man number 1 for $3. The battle against, it's the Adventures in Reading. Which every single time that illiteracy comes up in my life, there's a Swagger Souls clip that I don't have context in the actual video, and you don't need it. It's just a skit where Swagger Soul's character is spreading awareness about illiteracy, and him himself is illiterate, and that is the punchline. It is a 3.5-minute long video, and every time I watch it, it brings me so much joy that I cannot describe, because it just evolves, and it's very entertaining. Next up, we have Iron Man number 276 for $3. Next up, we have Morbius, the Living Vampire versus Spider-Man for number 4 for $3. I can't, after Morbius, I can't read it and not think of Morbin time, and that's my curse. I can't do it. Next up, we have X Factor number 16 for $3. Okay. Next, we have Dark Reign and Secret Invasion, or Secret Invasion Dark Reign. Dark Reign is just so strange because there's subtitles in it. Number 1, it's just a one shot for $3. Next up, I have a giant, not a giant, but I have a pile of second prints and first prints of Dark Reign, Dark Avengers. You guys want to flip through it? We 100% can. Whew. Next to come down, it's going to be X-Men Messiah Complex, pile, Daredevil, X-Force second printing, Cable, Excalibur, and Uncanny X-Men. I feel like there's some eras that you can definitely tell the covers, and I'm fine with that. If I'm being honest, I am fully fine with that. They're also cool. Okay, and next to replace that row, we have Punisher Warzone number 4 for $3. Punisher War Journal number 15 for $3. And then just the Punisher for number 27 for $3. So unfortunately, I have not interacted with anything. It's not going to sound weird coming from me, but I have not interacted with anything that is Punisher related. The only thing that I know about him, I'm being fully honest about his origin story, is that the whole reason why he is finding vengeance is because someone killed his family. And also he hated it being how he was treated after he was discharged from the military. And I don't blame him. As a kid of a vet, I don't blame him. Next up, we have Civil War number 1 for $5. Is it good though? Because if it's streaming anywhere, I'll have to check it out. If not tonight, I have nothing going on Sunday because I don't want to have anything going on Sunday. So if it's streaming anywhere that's not Netflix, or I could sail the 7 seas, I will. I don't like to sail the 7 seas, but I will if I have to. Next up, I have a bunch. Ooh, I'll just show off this Spidey. I'm gonna put up just a giant stack of Spidey. But I have a soft spot for these holographic covers. I can't tell you why, but it scratches that itch that I have when it comes to comic covers. This beautiful, like the camera doesn't do it justice because of how the camera is, but it's so cool. But it's ASM 365. The first appearance of I'm assuming Miguel, because the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099 for $10. I love these covers. I love all the hollows from that era. But I do have a giant pile of ASM here. If anybody does want to flip through them. There's a general idea. We have Red Skull. You have 368. 369. 370. 373. And back to the beginning. And we also have 541 of Back in Black. 542. And 543. But I'm putting this hollow on the front because I like the hollow. I think that's just the trend for tonight. I am just secretly a crow. Okay, coming down is Young X-Men. Scar, Son of Hulk. X-Men number 1, apparently connecting cover. Stephen King, Dark Tower, which my dad would kill for these. Hello! Hi! Spider-Woman number 1. And Uncanny X-Men number 309. Okay. Next, to replace that board, we have. Is it a bunch of Spider-Man? It is. We have Spider-Man number 6 for $3. We got all kinds of goodies. And I realized that you can't see this top row. Woo! I am small, so I have to make sure that I'm still in frame while also sitting down. Next up, we have Spider-Man number 12 for $3. Spider-Man with Great Power, number 1. It's still number 1. I still love that cover. That doesn't change anything. I still love those connecting covers, regardless of the fact that it's got Cyclops on the cover. But we can drop into an ad break, and I can keep showing off these Spideys after the fact.
Download our app on Google Play and the App Store. It's so simple, even my mommy can use it.
Ask your local comic shop to add Battle Quest comics to your pull list today. Boring old Tuesday. Kick it!
Hey, let's get to it.
Henri Copen scours collections and comic shops to bring you the biggest deals on beautiful comics.
I'm very eager to sell these books.
Plus, he smashes those other boring sales shows. Henri's got fire, excitement, personality, key books, FOMO books,
Sexy FOMO books for you.
a cute dog, weird accents,
69, bro.
a wheel of skid bark.
We do wheel spins at the end of every show.
You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll score huge bargains.
That is Haktua magic right there, all right?
Kicking it with Henri, Tuesday nights, part of the experience.
Sorry, before I continue selling these books, that bumper before we drop back in, quality. Gave me massive old school Adult Swim vibes. I just want to shout out everybody who makes the ads on the experience. Claps for them. Also claps for Danny. Before I get into this, claps to everybody at the experience, including our behind the scenes producer. Every time that I host a show, I always give claps, mostly because I live here at the shop, so I don't have time to actually sit down and watch the experience, unfortunately. But the bumpers, every single time, you guys are not aware of this, they make me laugh. They genuinely, like a lot of these bumpers and a lot of the ads that we have, genuinely give me a good old chuckle. But anyways, back into it. We have a bunch of Spidey to everybody who's joining in. I am going through a giant box of a bunch of Marvel stuff. So let's just get back into all the Marvel goodies. So we have Spectacular Spider-Man number 180 for $3. It would help if it was in frame. And then we have 181 for Spectacular Spider-Man. Both of them are $3 tonight. Next up, we have Spider-Man and Daredevil number 1 for $5. Also, hello to everybody who is just now coming into the show since the ad break, or since before the ad break. If you guys don't know who I am Liam. I am filling in for Miss Jen while she is currently in London. So I just wanted to put that out there to everybody who's just joined in. You normally don't see my face. Next up, we have Spider-Man number 35 for $5. Ooh. And then this last one, as I am a sucker for the hollows. We have that was not words. Spectacular Spider-Man number 189 for $3. It's gorgeous hollow. That's what I'm saying. Jen on vacation. The world's ending. The world's on fire. And Louisiana's underwater, but that's not unheard of for Louisiana every year. Ask Lake Charles. That was a dark joke. They recovered, I think. Coming down, we have 2 copies of Adventures in Reading, ASM number 1 for $3. Battering of Literacy. Swagger Souls destroyed my brain as a child. Anyways, next to come down is going to be Iron Man 276. Yeah, it's great. We're having a great time. We're having record highs. There are earthquakes everywhere, hurricanes. Biblically, the world is ending. Morbius number 4 coming down. The South has hurricanes. Everywhere else is just on fire. I still, every single time that Morbius gets brought up in the shop, every single time I have the urge to say Morbin time. It is just involuntary at this point. Next to come down is going to be X Factor number 16. Next coming down is going to be Secret Invasion Dark Reign. I am 26 and I would like to go 1 year, just 1 single year of my life for me not to live through a historic event. I would love that. But unfortunately, that's not the world that I live in. But I wish it was. Anyways, coming down is Dark Reign Avengers. Number 1 for 20. Why? That's a historic event that I don't want to live through, if I'm being frank. That's just, I'm good. Valentine. Undertale meme. Sounds like a 23rd. What was it? When did Undertale come out? 2014, 2015, something like that. I know that I was a sophomore in high school. That's all I know. Jared Skeletto. You know how many memes would come out of that and none of them would be good? So many. But I don't want to live in that era. I didn't go see, I should specify something. I did not go see Morbius. I almost did out of morbid curiosity. Anyways, but I didn't end up going and seeing it. I think that's good for my mental health and the brain cells that I have left. Anyways, a cool holographic for all you Holo fans. We have Web of Spider-Man number 90 for $3. Is anybody subscribing to Taylor's unrelated but semi-related? I just see it's Skellen time in the chat and just constant joy being processed. But is anybody for or against? Cool. For or against Taylor Swift potentially being Dazzler? Because I am neutral on that, if I'm being honest. I don't know. I genuinely don't know how to feel about that, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm not a Swiftie myself, but I wouldn't mind her as Dazzler. But also I don't know enough about Dazzler to say definitively I am for or against that decision. But also she looks like Dazzler, so I'm for it as a like to a T kind of like thing. I think she would rock the Dazzler suit. Like if we're pulling it straight from the comics, I think she would look phenomenal in that suit. Anyways, we have Web of Spider-Man number 80 for $3. Web of Spider-Man. I said Web of Spidey, it's fine. Web of Spider-Man number 6 for $3. Oh, sorry, it just occurred to me. Jack Black is playing Steve in the Minecraft movie and it haunts my dreams. Anyways, we have Thor 600 for $5. Thor 601 for $3. The Mighty Thor number 190 for $20. And then I have a run of 1 through 5 of Captain Marvel for $10. It's number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. That's what I'm saying. These are like phenomenal condition, especially from like it being from a while ago too. 2008 was a while ago. It's fine. Fine. Okay, coming down. I forget that we had this bottom board. Coming down, we have Punisher Warzone number 4. Perfectly flipped off the board. Punisher War Journal number 15. Punisher 27. Civil War number 1. ASM 347. ASM 362. ASM 363. ASM 364. And ASM 347. Last stack coming off of here. is ASM 365, ASM 366. We're gonna drop all the books. ASM 368, 369, 370, 373. Right. Back in Black, 554 or 541, 542, and 543. If anybody's wanting to snag that Semi McFarlane run, not Semi McFarlane run, my brain shutting off. I've had a lot of caffeine this week, and so my brain is just gone. I'm doing. Anybody doing anything fun on Sunday? Because I'm sleeping and probably watching that Punisher movie. Okay, next up, we have a run of Captain America Reborn 1 through 5 for $10. It's number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. That is not. Is that? There are 2, 5, and something else. There's two covers that are not marked in here. So you get a free issue that I don't know what it is. We have Captain America, number 1, for $3. Captain America is 25, the second printing variant, for $5. Death of a Dream. Also, thinking of Captain America, I'm hyped for Sam to finally be Cap. Hyped. As soon as I saw it in the theater when I went to go see Deadpool, I was literally cheering, and it was just me and an older couple in the audience. And I think I confused and also mildly freaked out that older couple. Not my fault that I work in comics. It is. That's a lie. It is my fault that I work in comics, but I love my job. We have Fallen Sun, Iron Man, Death of Captain America. There's no number on this. For $3. Fallen Sun, Death of Captain America, Spider-Man, for $3. Okay, and then lastly for this row, we have The Evil Dead, number 1, for $15. I guess I'm allergic to Bruce Campbell. And then I have Evil Dead, number 2, for $10. It doesn't change the fact that all those covers on that era are sick. Okay. Coming down is stuff to the board. Spider-Man, number 6. Spider-Man, number 12. Spider-Man with Great Power, number 1. R.I.P. Stan Lee. The Spectacular Spider-Man, number 181. And 180. It's behind the book. Spider-Man and Daredevil, number 1. Spider-Man 35. And then for you fellow crows out there. Spectacular Spider-Man, number 189. Oh, the one exception of all the Marvel stuff in here, apparently. Like literally the only thing that's in here that is not Marvel is the Max number 1 for $3. Also, what's up with this is just a question at the void. We all agreed, if that helps. We all said yes to not the right answer. I think that's because we're all human. Also, genuinely, asking a question at the void real quick. What's up with the resurgence? Just suddenly, I like in the shop specifically, and I don't know if it's just a general thing, but I have been getting so many people coming in for specifically the Max and the Pit, and I don't know if it's because anything's been announced, because I don't follow that era of Image that closely, or there's just suddenly a resurgence in the community, and I don't know what it is. Next up, we have, unrelated to either of those, Demons of Mercy, number 1 for $3. Okay. Giant pile. And a run. Giant pile of Cap. If anybody wants to flip through it, I 100% can. It is a giant. This is all Cap, by the way. This is not Cap as in the slang that I have learned in the last year and a half. The character Cap. I ain't old, but I am old to the slang. I'm older Gen Z and young millennial. So, next up we have a run of Captain America 402 through 407. This is 402, 440, 402, 403, 404, 405, 406. If anybody is hunting Wolf Captain America, this is it. See, I thought this dude right here was wearing a Santa hat. Turns out it's Wolfie Captain America's glove. It's 406, 407, and then a bonus 408. Run of store that is snagged and broke up. Yes, it is. I'm trying to not break up this run. Hold on. Okay, next up we have Wolverine number 15 for $3. The run of Cap Wolverine, or Wolverine, Wolf. Cap Werewolf, they are a run for $40. 40. It's a great run, honestly. Like, it's in phenomenal condition. Like, we get in these Cap Wolf. I keep wanting to say Wolverine. Cap Werewolf. We don't get these in that often. And when they do, right? That's what I'm saying. When we do get them in, they go like immediately. It's insane. I guess they're really hard to find. You just wanted to close up. This is a very unsettling cover, I will say. And make sure that they're not going to fall. And you get a bonus 408 in this run. It's marked for 402 to 407. So snag it with that fun little bonus that's unmarked on this run. And then back to the beginning. Oh, actually, I'll go to this Thor run. Hold on. So I have a run of Thor. Where's the starting book? Tells me what the starting price is. There we go. Okay, so we have a run. Ooh, actually, let's go into an ad break. I just realized what time it was. Let's go into an ad before I show up all this Thor.
Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons in Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram.
Whoa. Whoa. Did you miss it? Yeah, they can go by pretty fast. Let's slow down the footage.
Welcome. It's time to skim some comics. Miles Morales Spider-Man, I will just tell you that Miles is very important in his role as a vampire. So
It's fine. If you like Hercules, read it. If you don't like it, don't worry about it. It's fine.
The art is still stunning. There's a panel, little spoiler, there's a panel in this where Chitauri first hits Lion-O, and he is the best "did she really just hit me" face I've ever seen put in a comic book.
Wow, live reviews of new comic books so you can be ready for New Comic Book Day. What is this? Oh, I see. It's Minute to Skim It. Part of the experience.
Symphonic verses, Nocturne's romance. A song of romanticized darkness, dreaming death by sleep.
And welcome back! And also I have some fun news, some like bonus news. Symphonic Press, because it was in the ad break, Symphonic Press got approved with Disney Plus to make something. I don't know what yet, but I found out because I am friends with the CEO of that publishing company. And it is now public on their Instagram, so I hope I'm allowed to talk about it. But hype for Symphonic Press. I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong. Hello, welcome. Coming back from the ad break, I have a massive run, a huge run, with a bonus number 1 of Thor. That is a 1 through 12 for $40. Number 1. Another number 1. Number 2. Oh my gosh. One More Day was from 2007. Sorry, tying it all back together. There was a Monty Python reference at the beginning of this, and then it cycled back in with the ad break, and then also One More Day. I hate it so much. Number 2. Another number 2. Bonuses in here. Number 3. Number 4. Keep all these books from falling. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Oh, another number 6. Another number 6. There's so many number 6s in here. Now a 7. Now this time I'm not lying. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. Number 10. $11 and $12. Okay. And then just to finish up this row, I have Wolverine number 15. And I have giant pile of Wolverine. Number 16. 22. These are all these first two were $3. 22 for 3. 33 for 3. 43 for 3. 48 for 3. 58 for 3. 59 for 3. 60. 60 for 3. 65 for 3. Wolverine Weapon X, number 1 for 3. And then lastly, we have Wolverine Weapon X, number 1 for 4, the variant edition. Okay, coming down off the board is Web of Spider-Man 80. There's a cat? What? What? Hold on. Okay. Oh, you're talking the Animal Pound. That makes sense. The Animal Pound poster. That makes more sense. That poster is very unsettling, especially if you walk into this room with just the only light showing in here is just from the store. Very unsettling, especially when you're alone having to bring in things while Jen is not here. Just not physically in the building. Just not. When I mean not here, I mean, you know what I mean. Very upsetting. Very upsetting. Coming down is Spider-Man number 6. Thor 600. Thor 601. Mighty Thor 190. And then a run of Captain America 1 through 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5. We got about 5 minutes left. So then I'll just do a couple more. Actually, I'll just clear the board. Coming down is Captain America Reborn, run of 1 through 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, And that 5. This is 5. And then you get a bonus of something. We love bonuses. They're so fun. Next to come down is going to be Captain America #1. The stunning aftermath of Reborn. Also, I don't know why this whole show it's been triggering different references. I'm hyped for Charlie Cox to be the new Daredevil. As soon as I saw him in No Way Home, I was literally cheering in the audience. I was hyped as soon as I saw the sunglasses. Coming down is Captain America: The Death of a Dream, #25, the variant, second printing variant. Fallen Sun: Death of Superman, Iron Man issue. Fallen Sun: Death of Captain America, the Spider-Man edition. And then we have Evil Dead, #1. And then Evil Dead, #2. Also, I still haven't seen the original movies, but I thoroughly enjoyed Ash vs. Evil Dead. I thought it was phenomenal. I thought it was a great show. Also, it makes more sense that regarding the Max, it doesn't surprise me that Channing Tatum is trying to get a Max movie made. Doesn't surprise me in any way. And coming down is the Max. Also, I understand that Channing Tatum was supposed to be doing an heavily accurate Bayou accent in Deadpool. And I couldn't understand a word that he was saying, okay? I couldn't understand it. I didn't know a word that he was saying. Even when you live in South Texas and you're like a couple hours from the Louisiana border, I still don't understand what's going on. That's what I've been told too. I watched Army of Darkness. I didn't finish it, but I watched it. And I was told that I had to watch Evil Dead, Army of Darkness, Evil Dead 2, and then Army of Darkness 2, because of how it's ordered. And I was really surprised that it was super serious in the beginning of both of them, if I'm being honest. But I loved this show. And thoroughly enjoyed it. But I guess on that end note, watch Ash vs. Evil Dead. Support Bruce Campbell. He's a great guy. I love him dearly. And I guess the theme of this episode is it's Morbin time. Jared Leto being potentially Skeletor. And just the beauty of all that. So I guess it's been a minute to skim it. I've been Liam. We've had JD behind the scenes. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
According to a statistic that I just made up, people spend 4 hours a day changing the television channel. People who watch The Experience don't do that. Save yourself a ton of time by tuning into The Experience and enjoying our new original programming 7 days a week. And then tell your friends. Think about the money they could save on batteries in the remote alone just by tuning into The Experience. Find out more by scanning the QR code below.